Happy Tuesday, my friends. Happy day after St. Patrick's Day. So I'm in our master bedroom and I'm going to start taking down some of the St. Patrick's decorations, actually, all of the St. Patrick's decoration, and start putting up some Easter and spring. I like Easter and spring because they're more or less the same. You take away the bunny rabbits, then you have the Easter decorations. The spring decorations already in order. So I do like that. And I'm so happy because my stand finally came in with my little control. And I gotta tell you, I've ordered a few things from TikTok shop and I have not had one bad item. Not one. I absolutely love everything that came in. I've loved it. It's like I look forward to getting the package in. It's like Christmas every day. But anyway, so we have our lucky banner here. That's coming off. I'm leaving up the garland because I just love it so much. And I'm going to put up a Easter one. But for now, I think I'm going to just do the pillows first. So I love this one. I'm absolutely love this. I believe I got this at Walmart. I think I still have the tag on here. And I do. How do you like that? Still have the tag on here. I'm pretty sure it was at Walmart. If it wasn't Walmart, then it was Michael's. Looks so pretty though, right? I love it. So, Easter, spring, it goes for both. You can't be wrong. Can't go wrong, I should say. This one I'm leaving up too because I think it's just so cute. I love my little heart pillow. I gotta leave that up. You gotta keep that one. So, here we are. So here's one. Isn't that cute? One little Easter one. And then we got the bunny and the chicks. I like that other one because you can turn it like both ways where this one is just plain on that side. And this one too, you can do both. So I got a lot of floral ones too, so I'm debating like what to do here. Because I also do the pillows downstairs in the living room. And downstairs we have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 8 pillows downstairs that I have to do. So I have to decide what I want to do. I think these I'm going to leave up here. I have 2 of those. It's more like for a bedroom instead of like a living room, right? So I got 2 of these. So let's start with those because I know I want to leave those up. Now what I do, underneath here is a Christmas one. So I'm just going to go right over the Valentine's Day. So here we go. Oh, here's the zipper. This one's nicely done. Everything's nicely hidden, like very nice. Let's see if this is gonna work. Might not work. Might not be able to do it. But we're about to find out. So how is everybody's day? Mine so far has been kind of quiet. My husband's home today. He's downstairs watching Reacher. Isn't Reacher so handsome? Oh, what a nice looking guy. So I gave him the option. He can either watch it up here on the 80-inch screen TV, and I'll go record downstairs, or vice versa. So he chose to stay downstairs for now, which is fine with me. Yeah, that worked. Just gotta fix it a little bit. I can zip right up. To hold it together here, to zip right up. It's weird because I usually don't record while I'm doing stuff. Why, I don't know. But I usually just record after I have everything done. It's all right. Hopefully you'll stay with me. You won't get bored. I'm really trying hard, guys. I have a great time on TikTok, but on that other site, I don't know. I ain't going nowhere. I try. We'll see. We shall see. I'm not gonna give up. Not yet. There. Oh, isn't that cute, guys? Look, look how pretty that is, right? So let's just put that one aside for now. This one I know I'm gonna keep. Put that aside. This one I know I'm gonna keep. So let's put that aside. Next. So let's do. Um, let's do this one. I mean, they're all gonna get stuffed anyway, so I don't know why I'm over here trying to pick and choose. Okay, let's go. Let's see how we can do this. But I've learned a lot from being on TikTok, you know, talking from different, talking with different people, and really got to know like really nice people, you know, really nice. I tell you, these people with farms and stuff, they're very hard workers. I grew up on a farm. Yeah, I grew up on the farm. We had chickens, we had pigs. I don't think we had cows, unless it was because my father had land um, that wasn't near to the house. So when I was like little, because we came to this country when I was 5, and we had chickens in the back of the house. We had a pig. Always had a pig. And every time that my poor parents needed to kill a chicken because there was no grocery store or anything in the village where there was a little store, I should say, but we didn't have a refrigerator or you know, so you had to raise chickens and you had to kill them to eat. But as a child, I did not understand that. Those were my pets. So every time my poor dad had to, unfortunately, kill a chicken for us to eat, they would have to take me out of the house. But then I started to catch on after a while. But yeah, we had chickens, always had a pig. Trying to think now. My father also had an orchard, grew like all his vegetables. He had a I don't know what's up with this one piece of land where he grew like potatoes, kale, um, all kinds of vegetables. We never did without my mom and I. I don't have any siblings. Um, my mother had a son before I was born, but unfortunately he died at birth. My mother had fallen a couple of months before down a set of stairs, and the baby had turned. So at birth, he was the wrong way. He was a breech baby, and it was the doctor was notified, but it was around. It was in December, and he was actually at some Christmas party or something. So I don't think he cared that my. I don't think he thought my mother was important enough to leave the party and come help her. So the baby died. He choked to death, and my mother was in a coma for almost 3 months. And so that was, I wasn't born yet. Of course, he would have been older than me 2 years. And so when I came along, they were so happy, that everything went well, nothing went wrong. And, that's why my name is Maria de Fatima, because they named me after the Lady of Fatima. My mother said that everything would go right with the delivery. She would name me after Our Lady of Fatima. My mother was very religious. My my dad too, but my mother was more. My mother was a beautiful soul. Oh, what a beautiful soul. So I was 5 years old when I came to this country. My country. This is my country now. I was 5 years old. My father's mother was born here, so dad gave her children the right to come to this country. My father was actually one of the first. My aunt Natalie had married an American. She had met him at one of the military bases that we had in one of the islands. And so, but she lived in Las Vegas. About a second, I'm trying to think. I got all the pillows. I got all the pillows. About this little one. So she lived in Las Vegas. So my dad was the first pioneer to decide to come over here. So we came in '65, and I'm looking at myself, right? I got it almost looks like I have like two little horns. It's bothering me. Anyway, um, so we came in '65, and we had a couple that my parents knew that sponsored us because back then you had to have a sponsor in order to come here. So they sponsored us. They got my dad a job. They got my mom a job. We stayed with them for maybe a month, maybe less. Then we got our own apartment. Um, I started going to school, and just think, back then there was no bilingual. I was 5 years old. The only language I knew was Portuguese. But you know what? I never got picked on. The kids used to help me out, and I picked up on the language so quick. So, so that's it. That's how we got here. Because my grandmother was American. And so after being here for 5 years, my mom got her citizenship papers, which in turn made me a citizen as well. And then what she did, like my father always promised that he would help my mother's family come over as well. So once my mother became a citizen, she started calling her brothers and sisters like one family at a time. And I believe there was, let's say, five or six of them. So each family that would come over, my parents would have to sponsor them or ask somebody to sponsor them. And when that happens, it's like they had to show that they had so much money in their bank account and they couldn't touch it for either 3 months. I think it was 3 months, just in case they would have to support the family so the family wouldn't go on welfare. But the thing is, as soon as they got here, they already had a job waiting for the husband. The wife also had a job, and the kids were going to school. Nobody went on welfare. Nobody. You know, some of them stayed with us like for a couple of weeks until they got an apartment. But where we lived at the time, it was like one, two, three, four, six family homes. It was an attorney that had his office at Mass Ave in Boston. So whenever we had a family coming over, we would ask if he would have an apartment available, and he would hold one for our family. So that was really nice because three lived in the same complex as we did. Some of them came to New Bedford because back then we lived in Cambridge, Mass. So anyway, every had a job. They came on Saturday. Some Monday they were working. You know, my dad, my mom, what they would do was when there was sales going on sheets, blankets, um, like sugar, flour, things like that, they would stock up and to save for them so they can have something to start off, like silverware, like I said, sheets, towels, things like that. And that's how it was. You know, nobody went on welfare. Everybody just, I don't know, it was a different time back then. And they all had to go like have a physical before coming here. Because if there was something seriously wrong with their health, they wouldn't be allowed to come. That's another thing, you know. I still have a stamp on my arm from when Dave stabbed me and said it was okay to come over. But yeah, so that's my story, and that's how it was. Nobody went on welfare. Nobody, everybody had a job, you know, and I was so blessed. Like I had great parents, great parents. We weren't rich or anything, but never did without. My father made sure that always food, the bills were always paid. My mom and I never did without. And he didn't want to have more children because he knew how much he struggled when he was younger, how poor they were. No shoes, not enough clothing, not enough to eat. It was sad. But you know what? They were honest people. You know, their word was a handshake. That was it. You know. But anyway, so that's how we came here, my family, you know, and my mother was like the matriarch of the family, if you think about it. If it wasn't for her, all these people now that have beautiful homes, jobs, they have their own companies. And I mean, I have a lot of talented people in my family, a lot. And I'm so proud of them, you know. I know my mother's up there smiling and she doesn't regret, doing what she